Hey parents, I'm Dr. Devin. During those first few years of life, many parents worry about their babies coming down with RSV, croup, and other respiratory or immune challenges. And out of all of those, RSV and the complications that come with it can be the most challenging. RSV can be serious, especially for infants and immunocompromised adults. RSV is the most common cause of bronchitis or that inflammation of the small airways in the lungs, and pneumonia, that infection of the lungs in children younger than 1 year of age. Typically, it's the most common from late fall to early spring when stress levels are up and temperatures are low, and families are inside more, which means less vitamin D, less movement, and immune systems are less resilient and responsive. And that is why we have seen such an increase in the cases of RSV here recently. In the past, 2 to 3 years, there was a lot more staying inside, high stress, and avoiding other germs and pathogens that would actually serve to help strengthen and build resilience in a child's immune system. So, in this video, we want to dig in and help you do all you can for your child to prevent and overcome RSV and other respiratory or immune challenges. So, while still today, most parents are led to believe that germs, viruses, and bacteria alone are what cause illness. But there's really so much more to it. And yes, it's true that for infants and young children, their immune, digestive, and nervous systems are still developing and maturing. It's not as if they have no defense at all. The child's internal defense system is made up of four major individual systems that all work together to keep us healthy. And those systems are the nervous system, the respiratory system, the immune system, and the digestive system or the gut. So, in this video, we're going to look at the nervous system first. If it's overly stressed and out of balance or subluxated, it's likely those other key systems will struggle as well. So I want to share with you William's story first. Because after struggling through RSV in the first couple of weeks of his life, William's parents were completely overwhelmed. And they felt like he was never the same after that, and his challenges kept compiling: sleep struggles, silent reflux, and extreme discomfort. After trial and error, spending what were countless hours on Google, and only hearing from his doctors that he would grow out of it or will monitor it, immune struggles kept coming back. And mom said she knew in her heart that there was something more going on. She continued to boldly search for answers. And that's when she stumbled upon pediatric chiropractic. Now, when William conquered his care plan, their lives completely changed. He was sleeping better and able to fight off those nasty germs and bugs the way that he was designed to. We emphasize the nervous system first very intentionally because what we know today is that the nervous system's job is to control, regulate, and modulate all of those other systems we mentioned earlier. This was especially key for William's story. And so, if a child's nervous system is stressed and not functioning properly, a condition that's known as dysautonomia, then the other three key systems are compromised. And it can start to experience dysfunction really in the following ways, which is decrease respiratory movement or motility. So, not being able to keep viruses like RSV from getting in and moving through and not clearing out of the nose, the throat, the airways, the lungs. It can show up as decreased immune responsiveness and increased or excessive mucus production, an inflammatory response, and more. It can show up as, decreased digestive motility or movement, working just like the respiratory system. and where no viruses and germs, they can't be eliminated or removed from the body efficiently. That's what happens when the nervous system is dysfunctional. So while there's no specific medical treatment for RSV, and commonly used steroids or antibiotics aren't documented to have really any significant impact on the viral infection. So because of this, prevention and responsiveness of the body's systems is the key. So this involves helping your child be as comfortable as possible, and then looking to strengthen the function of their neuroimmune system, improve drainage and movement of mucus and congestion out of the body, and finally, encouraging rest as much as possible. So, doing things that could look like, using nasal saline or gentle suctioning through the nasal passageways, using a cool mist humidifier, encouraging, additional rest and sleep, or encouraging frequent feeds and fluids to stay hydrated, adding in healthy foods and adding in immune boosting, those pathogen fighting vitamins, supplements, herbs, and essential oils. But also, and probably most important, is getting your child under chiropractic care or adding a boost adjustment if they already are under care. Because being a pediatric chiropractor, one of the things that we put into play is chiropractic care, and that is so key for kiddos with immune struggles as RSV, because it really does two main things. It helps keep fluid moving through the body. The more movement is there, and this was the case with William, who I mentioned earlier. When he was stuck and he was struggling when he was younger, he couldn't move his neck all the way. That was allowing that fluid to just back up in his sinuses and his lymph system and not flow down. And so it settled, right? It settled in the lungs, it settled in the thoracic area, and it had to get moving out. So it helps with the movement of fluids. But then chiropractic care is, by the way of that nervous system, also allows the body to modulate the neuroimmune system. Chiropractic care, it activates the parasympathetic side of the nervous system. And the parasympathetic side of the nervous system is simply the rest, relax, digest, immune function. And that's why adjustments are very much related to helping the body sleep, helping the body respond to getting fluid out, helping the body respond to more calm or more easy behaviors, or more of that rest, relax, digest. And as I mentioned, that helps regulate that immune function to have a good response and an equal response so that your child can fight RSV in the right way. And this is really what happened with William. I know it wasn't the most common thing that mom would think of, but when she had tried everything else with William, including a hospital stay, and he was still struggling with sleep, he wasn't nursing very well, he was struggling with a lot of colic, all of those things added up. And when she heard about chiropractic, she's like, hey, we need to give this a try, because it would not only help William to fight this virus, but it can help with a lot of other things as well. And that was so true when William got chiropractic care. It helped him so much to be able to sleep better, to be able to eat better. And then the next time that he got exposed to a germ or a virus that came in the way of daycare, instead of that hanging on for a week and ending in a hospital stay, it was a 1 or 2 day thing. He spiked a fever. He went to sleep. He kept eating really good, got adjusted. And within 1 to 2 days, he was clear of it. He was moving it out and pushing it through the system because his nervous system was controlling those other systems that go with it. So, if you're nervous going into this fall or winter, or if your baby's already struggling with some immune challenges, check out pediatric chiropractic. Reach out to us, send us a direct message. We would love to talk to you more about it. And one of those key principles of chiropractic is not treating what the symptom is, but really looking at the body at the core and saying, okay, what is the nervous system doing to really go back to the cause? And that can help a multitude of things, because when the nervous system is much more efficient, it runs easier. and it allows the body to function in a much better way and work on all those things together. And that's why we see such great results with it. So if you have more questions about this, we'd love for you to reach out. We'd love for you to share this. We want to help kids, especially the youngest ones, to have the best fall and winter and even in the spring. So we want to help you out this winter. Reach out to us if we can help you in any way. Take care, you guys. I love you all.